John sat in his dimly lit living room, the soft glow of the television illuminating his worried face. The news anchor's voice quivered as she delivered the unsettling report. Breaking news tonight: a dangerous psychopath has escaped from the Maxfeild Asylum for the criminally insane. Authorities are urging residents to stay indoors and lock their doors and windows. This individual is considered extremely dangerous and should not be approached. A chill ran down John's spine as he glanced at the clock. It was already past midnight. He lived alone in a quiet suburban neighborhood, and the news had just turned his peaceful night into a nightmare. He couldn't help but imagine the worst scenarios: the madman lurking in the shadows, inching closer to his home. His phone buzzed, and he jumped, his heart racing. It was a message from his neighbor, Sarah. "Did you see the news? Please be careful," she wrote. John replied, "Thanks, Sarah. I'm staying put, and I'll make sure everything is locked up." With a deep breath, John went from room to room, securing every window and door. He double-checked the locks, feeling his anxiety rise with each click. Just as he was about to settle in for the night, he heard an eerie sound from outside, a faint scratching noise, like someone running their nails across the side of his house. Panic surged through him as he peered out a window. It was too dark to see anything. Another message from Sarah arrived, this time with a voice memo attached. "John, I heard something by your place. Listen." He played the voice memo, and his heart sank as he heard the same eerie scratching sound. Dread clung to him like a vice. He grabbed a baseball bat from his closet and tiptoed toward the front door. The scratching was growing louder, more frantic, echoing through his mind. John flung the door open, and the scene before him was straight from a nightmare. The escaped psycho, wild-eyed and grinning maniacally, stood just a few feet away, his hands covered in blood, his torn asylum uniform hanging in tatters. Without hesitation, John swung the bat with all his might, striking the psycho in the chest. The madman fell to the ground, groaning in pain. But John knew he couldn't stop there. He had to protect himself, and perhaps others. Adrenaline coursing through his veins, John continued to defend himself, landing blow after blow until the psycho was unconscious and motionless. The police arrived shortly after, apprehending the dangerous fugitive. As the officers led the deranged man away, one of them turned to John and said, "You did the right thing, sir. You saved lives tonight." John watched them take the psycho away, his hands still trembling. He knew he would have nightmares for a long time, but he also knew that he had faced his worst fear and come out victorious. The horror of that night would forever haunt him, but so would the strength and courage he found within himself to protect his home and his life.